Hello, good morning. December 14th. Let's see what's there in the news now. Inflation spikes to 4.91% in November. So we got to see what is inflation, the reasons for inflation, and all those things. Pretty much, I think we have covered a lot of ground on inflation and things. So just try to look if you haven't already clear about that, the different things about inflation, primarily CPI, WPI, those two concepts, and how inflation is caused by different factors. Now, when you have a news like this, now you have to look for reasons why inflation is there, and see if you can correlate it with the different economic principles you have studied, right? Then I think they're on the first page. In the sanctions and rights page, it's talking about the Rapid Action Battalion in Bangladesh. It gives a larger picture of the human rights issues that are happening across the world. You can look into that. Maybe you can use those information for GS4. I don't see much more of utility for that. This article GS4 could be there. Last lap, no, I don't think so. Then fathoming the new world disorder. It's about the USA's leadership in world, and their actions and their inactions and their inability to stand up sometimes. So we can basically read that. It gives a history through which US has passed through, not specifically and exactly required for UPSC, but these are peripheral knowledge, peripheral topics that can help you to understand the things that we need to study in GS. Okay, so it helps you to understand the background and things like that. So do read that. Global Gateway strategies by European Union. Okay, it's for like the Belt and Road of China. It is an alternative. So it just speaks about what is this initiative. So I haven't highlighted any particular portion. You can again go through it in a quick fashion, because I kind of look like it's a more advocacy for Global Gateway. We don't have to know the basic details of everything. No, basic details. Beyond the basic details, we don't have to know much. But then, this is useful for prelims. You can obviously, there could be a possibility of a question on Global Gateway. What is it? In mains, in IR, you can use this as a couple of points to boost about what. Maybe you can talk about investment, sources for India. Maybe you can talk about how India and European Union can improve their relationship. So things like that, you can use it in a innovative way as a value addition material. That's it. Home truths on climate change. Although I would jump into everything that is climate change, today I'm going to skip this because this is by Brinda Karan, and usually they write all political things. Not, it could be mostly political. So I don't think you should go too much into that. But then again, you can read that. Okay, read it with caution, because it would be a political article, since she is like representing a political party, right? Principles of profit. You can cite this as example again. These are kind of GS4 topics. Otherwise, there is not much significance. Then inoculation, DMK not required. Central Asian leaders invited for Republican Day. Central Asian thing is that India, we have to study India Central Asian relationship. India Central Asia relationship. We'll get to see more of it when if the leaders choose to come in on Republic Day. So a couple of organizations are mentioned. Shanghai Cooperation is there. So the governments of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. So study the location. That's very important for prelims. Usually question could be asked. Questions have been asked from that part of the world. So do that work. Then India lays emphasis on UN clause. Now, what is UN clause? I think we are seeing UN clause for the first time. please try to read what is UN clause, the details of UN clause, why is it significant, all those things. You can look into that. And the challenges to UN clause. Okay, some of the actions of China has been particularly cited as challenging UN clause. See that. PM's Twitter account was hacked. Can use that as internal cyber security issue. Good example for the issues of cyber security, and they wanted to promote what crypto or mixed leading. So it can be mentioned as an example. Would be nice. Then the reforms of collegium system. So I don't think the articles totality article is very important because it's mostly just statements, but then you can look into the need of change in collegium system. Why need? Okay, so why no? What is collegium system? Need for change. Why need for change? Measures taken till now. Way ahead. These things need to be looked for collegium system. Supersonic missile. What is supersonic missile? Need to be looked at. What is torpedo system? Need to be looked at. DRDO need to be looked at. So all things separately needs to be seen. What is what. Then it's again you just understand the larger picture of Assange. You don't need the total detail, and this could be used again for GSO topics like corruption, whistleblowing. Understand the different dimensions, why it is said that it is sometimes bad, why it is said that it is sometimes good. So two perspectives are there. From government perspective, a whistleblower is considered to be an issue, right? So read that, try the ethical angles and everything, but don't get too much, engross yourself into the nitty-gritties. Not required. Just understand the larger debate. What is the J&K delimitation exercise? Just read that. National Conference Summit Memorandum in July? No, the political angle is not required. Just see what is that. That's all. Seeing dystopia in India's democracy. Then you can identify some of the issues with India's democracy. It will help you, to write essay questions. Would be nice. When you have good command or good articles like abstract topics, if you read such topics, you can write. So if you don't read, it will be very difficult. So the point I'm making is that for essays, you cannot just prepare in one day, take a couple of content from here and there, and then write a good essay. No, it is something of a skill of writing that is developed over a long period of time. So one way to do is that read, and the second way to do is that write. So both are required. So whenever you have these kind of articles, don't just look for the content, but also focus on the style of writing and see how we can emulate that. That is very critical. Now, natural or socialized. Are our preferences gender specific or imposed by societal roles? So just go through it. It will give you more perspective into society, women empowerment, and again essay. Okay, these are topics which are very commonly asked in essay, very frequently asked in essay. Women issues, the democracy and its status, or the quality of democracy. Quantity is not just the required parameter. Quality is equally important. Okay, so that's much for today. Keep studying. Have a good day.